very simple. If he's not fighting back, you know, any pressure if I stand up, any pressure that I put on his legs, you open. Because when someone is trying to fight you back and trying to keep you in the close guard, it can be extremely hard to get out of this position. Because this is a completely different situation. There is no attacks that I can do in the person in the bottom. There might is if he's a white belt. Then I have a chance of even open his guard with my knees on the floor. But if he's at the same level as you are, for me especially, I think it's impossible for me to open anyone's guard. Like if I train with Brother Steamer, you know, Romulo Barral and all those guys, I can never open the guard with my knees on the floor, even kneeling down. The only way that I find very efficient to open anyone's guard is when I stand up. So there's not really a lot of variations. I do exactly the same way since I'm pretty much a blue belt. Because I grew up training with a very high level black belts. So when you're being a kid, you know, you just have to find the best way that you can do. And the best way that works for me was always standing up with a good posture. It's either pushing the knee down or going with the hand behind the back. It's not that the other ways to open the guard, they don't work, but they never work for me. The only way that I could have efficiently, without using a lot of power, to open this guy's guard, it was always getting on my feet, and then I have a much bigger chance once I start pushing them down. So it might look simple, but you know, if you fight with someone good, it can be extremely hard to stand up with a good posture and then pushing the guard down. And there's a lot of little things you constantly have to fight against the person. For example, before I stand up, even when I'm on my feet, everything is about posture. For the person in the bottom, for him to be able to attack me, he needs to break my posture first. As long as I can keep my stronger arm on his chest and my posture, if he doesn't break anything of my structure, he cannot attack me. So that's the whole point. I have to keep my structure, my posture up. And then he will attack. How he can choke me here? No. Can he triangle? Arm lock? Anything? Kimura? With me being here is very hard. So keeping your posture in a good structure, the close guard, that's the whole point. Because they will try to break their grip before they will attack me. If you try to attack me without breaking my grips, you'll never get it. Thank you very much. You're going to be here all day long, and then that's when I start dominating the fight. So if you fight with someone experienced, he knows that he won't let me keep the arm in. He won't let me keep my posture up. You're going to try to bring me closer. Now he can attack. Once he brings me close to him, then I get in a dangerous situation. And that's the whole fight in the close guard. It's for you to keep a distance. Of course, I'm not going to lean back. Otherwise, I'm open for sweeps. So it's all about the power in your core and keeping your posture up. You know, always try to look up. Never try to look down. That's when they can kind of pull your head down. I always use my strongest arm on both quarters. And the palm always facing down. Those little details, guys, it helps a lot. So try to pay attention. A simple thing, instead of keeping the palm down, you're gonna keep your wrist, your knuckles down. This, you weaken your wrist. How many push-ups can you do with the knuckles on the mat? You'll be able to do it a lot, but you don't see anyone breaking record with the knuckles down. You will get a point that this will get weak. So it has to be your palm. There's no weakness on your wrist there. It's being supported by your body. It's exactly the same thing here. You don't want to put your knuckles down. You want to get the bottom part of your hand. There's no pressure on your wrist. And the right arm, the left hand, it varies. If the guy's really strong, I can put both. I can grab his belt. You can grab the hand. Sometimes you can just put the hand on the rib. So this, it varies. So there's a whole different places you can put. This, it never. I never try to stand up before I pull his gi straight, grab both, palm turning down, and I got a good portion there. If I don't have this, I will never stand up. Unless I'm playing with my students, he's a blue belt, then you don't mind putting yourself in danger. But if you fight in a competition, mistakes like that, it can cost the whole fight. Like one swing that you get one advantage, a lot of people they lose a fight because of an advantage. So once you have that right arm that you can keep your head straight, then there's no time to waste. It's getting on your feet. And again, getting on your feet is like doing a squat. You know, I believe almost all of you guys done a squat before. If you pull a lot of weight and you bend your body forward, you break your back. You won't be able to hold a lot of weight on in a squat if your body is not straight. It's exactly the same thing here. Thinking that you're doing a squat, when you stand up, you go all the way up. So the movement is very simple. It's just complicated when someone is trying to fight back. So once you have your posture, now the first leg you bring up is always the same as the arm. Because if I bring the opposite one, most of you guys probably know that already. But if I bring the same leg up, you're just gonna put me in a dangerous position straight away. Puts my arm in danger so I can get swept that way because their arm is forward. If I bring the other leg up, it just gives me a much better stroke and he cannot even attack the arm. It's a matter of physics. The movement of the body won't allow him to get a good attack in the arm and I won't get off balance that way. If I bring this leg, I will get on the other side. So once you up, it's going to be one and all the way up. Just like a load that you have on your back. Then all the pressure now is on his feet. It's no longer on their thighs. So now, same thing, pushing the leg. Never grab the pants and push. There's a lot of give in here. Just palm up inside the knee. I'm gonna straighten my arm and I'm gonna force this leg down. Now I'm ready to pass. If the guy sometimes has a very strong leg, you can go in the back. That might help. But when you stand up, don't let them come up to you. Don't pull them up, but if they come, keep them away from you. So same thing, look. Things like this, you're pushing the leg. It just put you in a position that you just get a lot more vulnerable. Here, he can attack my arm. If you step over my other arm, he can go for the triangle. Here, all he has is attack my legs to get me down. There's no submissions in my upper body. And now, once you open, then you're ready to attack. So let's just play around, get your partners. Let's just practice that a little.